Hey guys, and welcome back for another sewing tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really fun casserole caddy. So the holiday season is upon us, and I'm sure you will be going to some potluck dinners, and this is a great way to transport your casseroles and your dishes for potlucks and Christmas dinner. So let's get straight into it. So I first want to thank distinctivefabrics.com for providing the fabric for this video, and if you want to check out some of their fabrics, then definitely check the link in the description box. So the first thing you're going to do is choose your casserole dish. We're going to cut a perfect square, so take your casserole dish, the longest part of it, and times it by 2. So I'm cutting a piece about 22 to 23 inches just to give myself a little bit of room. And I also cut a lining fabric and a piece of fusible fleece to put in between. I'm using the fusible fleece as a insulation, but you don't have to use that if you don't want to. So I'm just going to iron that onto the back of the main fabric. And then I will iron the front of it too to make sure it's nice and smooth, and then just place the lining fabric over top, right sides together. And then I'm going to go on to working on the little tabs and the strap. So the tabs will be 7 inches long by 5 inches wide, and your main strap's going to be 5 inches by 22 or 23 inches long, so depending on how big you made your square. All the measurements for this tutorial will be located over at my blog, and all those links will be in the down bar. So you're going to take all of your straps and you're going to fold them right sides together, and you're going to sew along that raw edge. And then you're just going to go ahead and sew with a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And I find that sewing things like this, it's a lot easier to just go and then keep feed them into the machine. Just make sure you're back stitching between the 2 pieces so that you lock those stitches, and then when you're done you can just cut them apart. It actually saves a ton of thread too. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut them apart, and then I'm going to start flipping them out. So I'm just using this fancy tool. It didn't really work out, so it's just easier to do it with your hands because they're such big pieces. So I'm just going to do that to all 3 of the pieces, and then I'm going to iron them nice and flat. So once you're finished ironing, then you're going to go over to your sewing machine and you're just going to do a top stitch on either side of your strap. You're going to do probably about 2 or 3 millimeters to the edge, just to make it a nice and finish off strap, and it also helps keep the fabric flat. So you're just going to do that for all 3 of your straps. See, it looks so pretty. Okay, so now we're going to go to the main piece of fabric, and we're going to assemble the whole thing, and then we'll just sew it all at once. So I'm going to start with the little tab straps, and I'm just going to place them about 3 inches away from the corner, like this. Try not to twist the strap. So I'm just going to take my little sewing clips. If you have pins, definitely use those, just to hold that in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'm just going to grab a ruler here and make sure that they are at equal distance from the corner. So I'm making sure there are 3 inches, and then I will put another clip there to secure that. Okay, so now the corner next to that one, I'm going to attach a strap. So I'm just going to make sure that it's overlapping a little bit so that I can make sure that my seam will go through it, and all that edge of the strap is hidden inside. So I'll just pull the strap nice and flat. I'm not going to attach it to the other side because it won't reach yet and I don't want to bunch it all up. So after, I'm going to sew like basically 90% of it, and then at the end I will attach that one corner. So make sure that you did do the little short straps, one on opposite corners, and then the strap goes to the other corners. If that makes any sense, I hope it does. And so now I'm just going to sew all the way around the perimeter, leaving a 3-inch opening on the side of the square, and then also leaving an opening where you're going to attach the other end of the long strap. Okay. So I just left that corner open. And here is what I did, and then I'm just going to stick my hand in and grab the strap, and then I'm just going to sew that corner, and then I will cut off that corner just so that when I go to turn it, then it will, you know, the corner will go nice and sharp. And then because I left that 3-inch gap, then I can flip it out just using my little corner tool. And then after that is all finished, then we're going to lay it nice and flat and then do a top stitch around the whole entire perimeter at about 1/4 inch. And as you're doing that, that will close up that little seam there. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this video if you have other sewing friends and they want to learn some new fun projects for this holiday season. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And definitely go hit up my blog where there will be more information and pictures. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!